Hello students, I welcome back to Trinity Metric offline class. Today we are going to study about 8th standard Botany chapter 17 Plant Kingdom. Chapter 17 Plant Kingdom. So the topic is Angiosperms. The topic is Angiosperm. Okay, see this. First of all, what is meant by Angiosperm? The term Angiosperm, which is derived from Greek word. Angios means closed, sperm means seed. So the closed seeded plant. See this. This is angiosperm. The term angios is derived from two Greek words. That is angio, which means box or closed, and sperma, which means seed. So the habit of the plants may be herb. For example, Solanum melangina, for Tamil name Kattarikai. Then shrub, for example, Hibiscus rosa sinensis, for Tamil name Chembarati. And tree-like, for scientific name Mangifera indica, mango, Mangifera indica. These are all for herb, shrub and tree of angiospermic plant. Then they have well-developed vascular tissue, namely xylem and phloem. Well-developed presence of angiosperm plant, xylem and phloem, well-developed vascular tissue. And xylem contain vessel, trachea, xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers. Whereas phloem contain sieve tube, phloem parenchyma, companion cell and phloem fiber. These are all for types of the xylem cells and phloem cells. Okay. Next, the classification of angiosperm. Next one, classification of angiosperm. See this, angiosperms are divided into two classes. They are dicotyledon, monocotyledon. What is mean by dicotyledon? Di means two. So cotyledon means having two seed leaves. That is for dicotyledons. Example, neem tree, tamarind tree, teak wood, etc. Then monocot, mono means single, cotyledon means seed leaves. So here having single cotyledon. Example, all kinds of cereals. All kinds of the cereals belongs to monocotyledon. Isn't it? See this? Then next, the characteristic features of dicotyledons. Next chapter topic is the characteristic features of dicotyledon. See that the seeds has two cotyledon, having two seed leaves. Second point, the plants have taproot system and the leaves are with a reticulate venation. Reticulate venation for leaves. Reticulate. Then third point, flowers are trimerous. Trimerous means having three petals. Or penta. Penta means five. Either three or for tetra means 4, not 3. Flowers have tetramerous or pentamerous. Tetra means 4 or 5. Calyx and corolla are well developed. Here 4 or 5 petals, as well as calyx and corolla as the well differentiated. The next point, pollination occurs mostly by insect. For example, bee, mango, neem. These are all examples. So majority of the plants pollination takes place by insect. What is meant by pollination? So transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the flower is called pollination. This is called pollination. Example, bee, mango, neem, etc. These are all for characteristic features of the dicotyledon asked 2 or 5 mark question. Okay. Then next one, characteristic features of monocotyledon. Each line important for 1 mark. Then seed has only one cotyledon, whereas comparing to dicotyledon having two cotyledon. Then second point, plant have fibrous root system and leaves are with parallel venation. What is venation? How to arrangement of vein on leaf laminar surface, whereas dicotyledon reticulate venation, that means collapsed vein. Whereas monocot, parallel venation, it is called parallel. From affixed to the base is the each other parallel vein. Vein go from affixed to base is the paler type, that is called paler venation. Third point, flowers are trimerous, whereas dicotyledon plants are tetra or penta, 4 or even 5 petals having. Here, trimerous and not differentiated into calyx and corolla. Here, not differentiate calyx and corolla, that is called a trimerous flowers having the monocarp. Next point, pollination occurs mostly by wind, whereas dicot mostly by insect. Here mostly by wind. Example, grass, paddy, banana, etc. etc. These are the for characteristic features of the for monocotyledon. See this, for 2 questions asked there, for differentiate between dicot and monocarp, that is for 2 mark, even 5 mark question. Isn't it? Okay, next topic is taxonomy. Next topic is taxonomy. So the taxonomy is the branch of biology that deals with the study of identification, classification, description and nomenclature of living organisms. That is called a taxonomy. So branch of science deals with the study of identification, that is the nature, where is identified, classification, description and nomenclature. What is mean nomenclature? That is the creating new scientific name. That is called a nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature means having 2 names. That is binomial nomenclature. Generally, nomenclature means creating new scientific name, either plants or animals. Generally, that is called a nomenclature. See that the word taxonomy is derived from 2 Greek words. See that taxis means arrangement and nomos means law. 2 Greek words. The word taxonomy was first coined by A.P. de Candolle. That means Augustine Pyramus de Candolle. Full name A.P. Short name A.P. de Candolle. So the full name is Augustine Pyramus de Candolle. So the word taxonomy first coined by, ask me one more question, who coined the word taxonomy? That means Augustine Pyramus de Candolle. So the next topic is the classification. Next topic, classification. See that plants are arranged into the different groups and categories on the basis of similarities and differences. Similarities and differences. See that it is called a classification. So see that there are 4 types of classification. First one, artificial classification. Second one, natural classification. Third one, phylogenetic system of classification. And the fourth one, modern system of classification. Generally for 4 types, ask 2 more questions. What are the types of classification? Artificial, natural, phylogenetic, and finally modern system of classification. Okay, see that out of 4, we are having first 2 only we have to study. See that first one, artificial system of classification. So this is the earliest system of classification in plants. Artificial, earliest system. Plants are classified on the basis of 1 or few morphological characters. What is morphology? That means the study about the external parts. That is called morphological. So for example, leaf, flower, stem. That is the morphological characters. Classified basis on 1 or few morphological characters. The most famous artificial system of classification is Linnaeus classification, which was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus and his book of Species Plantarum. So the artificial system of classification first proposed by Carolus Linnaeus and he wrote the book Species Plantarum. Species Plantarum means it is the contain more number of species. It includes more number of species called a Species Plantarum. Isn't it? See, second one, natural system of classification. In this system, plants are classified on the basis of several characters. See this, Bantam and Hooker classification is the example of natural system. Ask one more question, who classified natural system of classification? Bantam and Hooker. This system of classification is based on the morphological and reproductive characters of the seed plant. Especially seed plant means Angiosperm, Gymnosperm. That is called a seed plant. Okay, Angiosperm and Gymnosperm. That is for embryophyta or seed plant. See that Bantam and Hooker published their natural system of classification on their book named Genera Plantarum. Which book? Genera Plantarum. Whereas species Plantarum, who's wrote? Carolus Linnaeus. Come to the Genera Plantarum, who's this? Benjamin Hooker. So both questions asked 1 mark. So the Benjamin Hooker published natural system classification in the year book named Genera Plantarum in 3 volumes. So Genera Plantarum contains 3 volumes. This classification is widely used in many herbaria and botanical garden. Herbaria means some dried plant stored place. Some dried plant stored in particular area called that is called herbarium center. Herbarium center and botanical garden all over the world. Botanical garden also proposed in Benjamin Hooker or natural system of the classification. So generally 2 types. First one artificial classified Carolus Linnaeus and his book Species Plantarum. Second one natural system of classification proposed by Benjamin Hooker and his book Genera Plantarum. Okay, see this. Next one, do you know? Ask 1 mark question. What is mean by herbarium? Ask 1 mark or 2 mark. See that herbarium is the collection of pressed dried plant. Pasted on a sheet. That is very important. Pressed dried plant pasted on a sheet, especially short sheet, and arranged according to any one of the accepted system of classification. That is called a herbarium. 2 mark question. What is mean by herbarium? Okay. Next topic, binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. See that the naming of organism with 2 words. That means bi means 2. Nomial means nomenclature means creating new name, scientific name. That is called binomial nomenclature. Okay, see for example, binomial name of mango. That is Mangifera indica, having 2 words. First words which denote genus, Mangifera genus. Whereas second word which denote indica species. So Mangifera indica. So the first word Mangifera refers to the genus name, and second word indica refers to the species. That is called binomial nomenclature. Binomial name, scientific name. See that binomial name first introduced by Caspar Boyne. Very important. Ask 1 mark question. Caspar Boyne introduced by. Ask you 1 mark. Caspar Boyne. 1623. Then binomial system was implemented by Linnaeus. Who implemented? Linnaeus. Introduced by Caspar Boyne. Isn't it? Implemented by Linnaeus. In his book, same book, Species Plantarum. The system of naming the plants on scientific basis is known as botanical nomenclature. It is called a botanical nomenclature. Okay. The system of the naming plants on scientific basis. That is called a botanical nomenclature. Whereas naming animals called a zoological nomenclature. That means ICBN. So that means Indian Code of Botanical Nomenclature, ICBN. Okay, see that. Then, do you know largest herbarium of India is in the Kolkata, which has more than 1 billion pieces of herbarium specimen. How many? 1 billion. There is the largest herbarium in India. Where located? Kolkata. Which has contained how many number of herbarium? Around 1 million species herbarium as preserved and storage in the Kolkata Botanical Garden. Asking 1 mark question. Okay, asking 1 mark question. See this. See the flow chart. Outline of Benjamin Hooker classification. See cedar plant division. Generally, see the classes, 3 classes, namely dicotyledon, Gymnosperm, monocotyledon. Dicotyledon, Gymnosperm, monocotyledon. See that Gymnosperm contain 3 families. Isn't it? See monocot. The next one, dicotyledon, the subclass having 3: polypetalae, gamopetalae, monoclamidiae. That is called subclasses: polypetalae, gamopetalae, monoclamidiae. 3 subclass having dicotyledon. See that first subclass 1, polypetalae, contain for 3 series, namely first one Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae, Caliciflorae. First one Thalamiflorae, second one Disciflorae, third one Caliciflorae. Then Gamma Petalae, second subclass, which includes 3 series, namely first one Inferae, second one Heteromerae, third one Bicarpellatae. Next one Monoclamidae, contain for series, 8 series and 36 family. These 5 start asking 2 mark questions or even 5 mark question also, isn't it? Outline Bandha-Walker system of classification. Okay. Next one, uses of medicinal plants. See the info bit, ask 1 mark question. The rules and some recommendation regarding binomial nomenclature were found by ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. I means International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Now it is known as the ICN, International Code of Nomenclature. International Code of ICBN were shortly ICN, International Code of Nomenclature, asking 1 mark. Next topic, uses of medicinal plant. Uses of medicinal plant. See this. Plants are useful to us in many ways. See, some plants along with their parts are used as the medicine. What is that? Medicine. Uses of some medicinal plants are given below. See this. So, majority of the plants used as any one usage for the human, animal or anything else. Isn't it? See that. First plant, Acalypha indica for scientific name. For Tamil name, Kuppai Medi. Tamil name, Kuppai Medi. What is the use? It is belongs to family Euphorbiaceae. Family Euphorbiaceae. So, for example, castor family, Kottamutu, Tamil Kottamutu, castor family, same kind, Acalypha indica. Tamil name Kuppai Medi. See the family Euphorbiaceae, asking 1 mark. Then the leaf of the plant Kuppai Medi, the paste obtained from the leaves of this plant used to cure burns on the skin. What is that? Burns on the skin. Used to burn, especially the fire burn. The paste applied, after that the cure, immediately cure. Third one, the juice of this plant leaves is mixed with lemon juice to cure ringworm. Juice of this plant mixed with lemon juice to cure ringworm. Especially roundworm, ringworm, to apply the juice immediately will recover. See the picture, this is the Acalypha indica, Kuppai Medi, Acalypha indica. Then second medicinal plant, Aegle marvelous. Second one, Aegle marvelous. For Tamil name, Vilvam. See the picture, this is the Vilvam. Vilvam tree is having in the all Shiva temple, Lord Shiva temple having the Vilva tree. See this, Aegle marvelous. That is scientific name, Tamil name, Vilvam. See, it is belongs to family Rutaceae. See, the undried fruit of this tree is used to treat indigestion. Especially, we can food sometimes will create some stomach problem. So, during that time, the undried fruit we can eat means immediately will recover. Then third point, it is used to cure chronic diarrhea and dysentery. Chronic diarrhea, dysentery ki very useful. That is for third one, used to cure chronic diarrhea and dysentery. So 3 point very important, asking 1 mark or 2 mark. Okay. Second herbal plant, Aegle marvelous for Vilvam. So see the picture, Vilvam tree. This is the undried fruit. Undried fruit and ripened fruit, both are very useful. Okay. See that third plant, Solanum trilobatum, for Tamil name, Thuduvelai. Solanum trilobatum, Tamil name, Thuduvelai. It is belongs to family Solanaceae. For example, brinjal, tomato also comes under the family Solanaceae. See that the leaves and the fruits of this plant cure cough and cold, especially cough, cold, very important herbal medicine. isn't it? Third one, it is widely used in the treatment of tuberculosis and bronchial asthma. Tuberculosis, TB. Bronchial asthma means just cold. Just cold. நம்ம பார்க்குறப்ப மார்பு சளிம்பாங்க தமிழில். Bronchial asthma. Isn't it? Both are very useful. These is the uses of the தூதுவேலை. See the plant is the picture of the தூதுவேலை. சொல்லலாம் Trylobatum. சொல்லலாம் Trylobatum. For next medicinal plant is the Pillanthus amaras. For Tamil name Keela Nelli. Tamil name Keela Nelli. This belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae. Family Euphorbiaceae. The entire plant used for the treatment of jaundice. What is that? Jaundice, very important, useful herbal medicine. So the leaf juice, grind mixed with milk, we can drink early before fasting. Early morning before fasting. Very, very, very useful. Isn't it? Then third one, it gives additional strength to the human liver, and it is used to treat other liver disorder. Other liver disorder, both are very essential herbal plant. This is the Phyllanthus amaras, the juice. Phyllanthus amaras. Then next, last medicinal plant. See that this is the Phyllanthus amaras. Phyllanthus amaras belongs to the family for Euphorbiaceae. See, last one, aloe vera. For Tamil name, Sothu Katralai. For Tamil name, Sothu Katralai. It is belongs to the family Liliaceae. Belongs to the family Liliaceae. The leaves of this plant is used to cure piles. What is the uses for piles problem? Very most important, especially for piles complaint and inflammation of the skin. Some skin having any wound problem, inflammation, very most useful, isn't it? It cure peptic ulcer also. It cure the ulcer. So stomach having the stomach ulcer, mouth ulcer, very most important for a aloe vera, Sothu Katralai. So the all herbal plant, see that, namely, so the first one, Acalypha indica, Kuppei Medi, Acalypha indica, Kuppei Medi. Second one, see, Eagle Marvelous, Wilworm. Third one, Solanum Trylobatum, Thuduvelai. And the fourth one, Pillanthus amaras for Keela Nelli. And finally, aloe vera for Sothu Katralai, Tamil name. These are very most important for herbal plant, isn't it? So, here we can, today we are studied about, once again, see that, first of all, Angiosperm. First of all, Angiosperm. What is meant by Angiosperm? Then, classification of Angiosperm. Then, characteristic features, both monocot, dicot. Then, classification Angiosperm, two types for artificial system and a natural system for taxonomy. Then, binomial nomenclature. Then, for pie chart of the outline Bentham-Hooker system of classification. Then, finally, uses of medicinal plant or herbal plant. Four names, namely, Acalypha indica, Kuppei Medi. Then, second one, Eagle Marvelous, Wilworm. And third one, Solanum Trylobatum, Thuduvelai. And the fourth one, Pillanthus amaras for Keela Nelli. And the last one, aloe vera for Sothu Katralai. Okay, students. Thank you.